What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We got a few things we're going to be doing with the Can-Am here. A couple upgrades, a couple fixes. Real quick, if you're just now tuning in, you haven't been to the channel, or you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Help us out. The channel's growing. Also, drop a comment how or what we can do to, better the channel a little bit. We're always trying to grow and always trying to give you guys some awesome content of what we like to do and what we are doing. Anyways, real quick, so I got a few upgrades, a few pieces and stuff that I'm going to put on the Can-Am. We'll go through the packages and see what we got. Also, if you see it in the ending of the little mule video, I bent this here trailing arm. So right now I'm waiting on pieces to show up. Gonna be cutting it kind of close for our birthday ride, my birthday ride at Tackett Creek this weekend. Parts should be here the day before I leave. But anyways, we're gonna open some boxes and show you what we've got as far as upgrades. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, so real quick, something I didn't mention at first, a repair. What we got in this box is the repair stuff. The fan, the bearings in it is starting to make a loud crunchy noise, like two squirrels fighting over a nut. So, hasn't went out yet. I'm not sure if that would be covered under my warranty or not. I just went ahead and got a brand new fan. As far as I know, you can't order the motor and fan and stuff separately, so I just ordered everything as one assembly. While I have the front end off doing some of our upgrades, I'm going to go ahead and swap it out. So that's one thing. Regular maintenance stuff, not so much fun as adding accessories, but we'll get this out of the way. Get to the fun stuff here. So we'll check this box and see what we got in here first. So up first is the light bar grill upgrade. So actually all these boxes right here is from Infinity Off-Road. They seem to have a pretty good selection of stuff for X3s and Jeeps and Polarises and nature of that, all those things. So one thing I'm going to be doing while I got the front end off is adding a light bar grill. I don't know if you can see that as well. It'll probably look a lot better whenever it's totally on. Put all this stuff back in here so I don't lose it. Lord knows, all it takes is one bolt to not complete the whole process. Put this back in here. Yeah, like it. We got a wiring harness, so that's pretty cool. So there's number one. New grill. Now let's see what's in here. What is in box number one? See, as you can see, Infinity Off-Road. Also, Infinity Off-Road has 25-year lifetime. You break it, we replace it warranty. Ooh, stickers and magnetic koozies. This is what I wanted from them, is magnetic koozies. Awesome stuff, guys. All right, so these are my rock lights. That's pretty cool. The harnesses to connect and integrate everything together. All the remotes. Ooh. And strip lights. Might have to get some of these for the drift car. Probably would hold up a lot better than the old ones did. Alright. Put those back in the box real quick. No, forgot the one. Let's see, what is in here? Alright, so if I'm adding more colorful lights, I want to look like a Christmas tree, I might as well just go ahead and do it all together. So, these are their versions of the fangs. So the accent lights that normally run on the front of the X3, these are ones that now integrate into the rock lights and changes colors with them. So I opted to go ahead and get a set of those to make the Christmas tree complete. I did get them for both sides. Comes complete with harnesses, another koozie, stickers. These actually, I opted for these to integrate into the rock lights to be able to do the exact same thing that the rock lights are doing. I'm going to play with the app and see what all it does. Also, I went ahead and picked up their fuse box, their multi-connection fuse box. It actually was relatively cheap on their site, so I went ahead and picked one up from them. So I don't have to make one. I gotta figure out a good place to mount this and wire everything up. So there's that. Now mind you, today's Sunday. I gotta have all this stuff done by Thursday. And I gotta work. So let's put that in there. Move it to the side. Let's see what we got over here. Come on. Ha! Another koozie. Let's see. Wiring harness, bracket, and Infinity Off-Road bottle opener. The wiring harness and the brackets is going to the last and final box for today. where the blue tint is a sticker that is on it. This is the, I think if I remember correctly, the 40-inch dual row light bar. We'll put this up, shine bright like a diamond. Now, I will say that I do know that the front headlights on this thing are bright. They are sufficient to a point. Bright lights are super bright. The regular dim lights are bright. I can see fine, except for when I get mud on them and it dries. When I get mud on the front headlights and it dries, they're not as bright. So I preferably like night rides myself. I love night rides. It don't even matter if it's the middle of the winter. There's a different element to it. It's a lot of fun than riding in the daytime. So if I get stuck in a situation, my headlights, I don't have to be hopping out to clean my headlights out. I've got this. Yeah, I know it kind of defeats the purpose of you know, the daylight and not nighttime, but actually that's an accessory that will come in very handy, especially if you get broke down on a trail somewhere. These lights all combined together can and will help you see and be able to work on your stuff on the trails better. Or you just look like a big party rig. But anyways, enough talking. Gonna shut up and start putting all this stuff together. Alright, so I think I got the camera set up right. We're gonna do one of those time-lapse thingies where you watch me take the whole front end apart. Alright, so looking at the clock overall, time lapse will be a lot shorter, but it took me right under 10 minutes to get this apart. So to do the radiator stuff, I got this bolt here and this bolt here. Let's see, I know there's one right there and there's another one right there. I'm going to try to avoid taking the whole radiator apart. I think it can be done, should be done. Let's see, I don't know. Really don't want to take the radiator apart, so we're gonna see how it can be done. Anyways, here we go. Now, with any of you guys that's been watching the channel, consistently watches the channel and the videos and stuff, I know I don't do a whole lot of this. Reason being is doing the camera setup, like trying to adjust the camera and record stuff and say things, doing all this by yourself. It's kind of hard, but I'm getting better at it, getting used to it. I know it's not the most exciting stuff in the world, but I'm getting better at it. Hopefully I get to do more. People that's on the channel that knew me from building the drift car and stuff like that, I should have probably done stuff like this with the drift car. I didn't though, because working the camera and working all this stuff by yourself, it does take some time. It consumes a lot of time. So let me get better at it. If you got any ideas or recommendations, I'm just flying solo here. If you have any ideas or recommendations on, you know, what's better than what, or what you think, what you like better, stuff that I could take into consideration. Because I mean, it can only get better from here. As I say that, hopefully it doesn't get worse. There's no way I'd want to produce garbage content. I mean, I'm sure this kind of sucks, but there is some people that like to watch stuff like this. It's very entertaining. I personally have been one of those people. So there is a small problem. I found this when I had to replace that lower control arm. So there's a bolt right here. Kind of conflicts with the winch itself. The way I got it out before was I had to take the whole bulkhead and stuff off to get this lower control arm off. So I got that out. So I'm going to finagle around and see how I can get that out. Okay, never mind, scratch that. It was actually far enough out of this that all I had to do was just pick the radiator assembly up. I am going to go ahead and take it out. Has a little, I'm not sure what the specific term for that is, but the little metal grommet. Make sure you put that back in before you assemble any of these other bolts, or you will be left with taking them apart to do that. One thing on the headlights, if you see me with the pry bar up and under here, I know that it said that you had to take this screw and stuff out. I hadn't done it yet. I usually just pop them out of their dome right here on those headlights, and they pop right back into place. And I actually figured that out one time when I hit an embankment hard enough that it knocked my headlight loose. And I was like, why is my headlight flopping around? Well, there's your answer. So, alright. Here we go. I'm going to figure out how to get this radiator out. Can't hold the camera and do this at the same time. Alright, if you see me over here finagling around with something real quick with a pair of pliers, there is some little, I don't know the technical term for these, So the little push-in ordeals that push into certain points around this radiator. There's also 2 zip ties. One around here that was zip tied to the radiator, and then another one that was zip tied around these lines to the radiator. That's all factory. Now, the wiring harnesses, you'll have 3 on your driver's side for your headlights, your fang lights, and your fan, and then you'll have 2 plugs on the passenger side for your headlights and your fangs, because fan plug is on the other side. You only need one. Anyways, there's 2 bolts. There's one here, there's one here, and there will be one here and one on the opposite side. Now those bolts are located in here. Same thing on the bottom. So we're going to take those 4 bolts out real quick. Alright, so I got the old one out. It is actually easier if you leave the radiator and stuff attached. It is easier to weasel it out the bottom of the radiator. You just get this ear on what would be that one right there on the right hand side. Weasel it out from under here. Instead of trying to do it from the top, it actually just slides right out. Now we'll see if it goes back together any easier, but yeah, so we got to swap some stuff over. There's rubber grommets and stuff in here that obviously don't come with the new stuff that we're going to swap over on the top also. And then let's see what we got on this side. Headlight pieces, going to have to swap those over. This metal clip, this is where it held the harness in. You don't see a metal clip there. Yeah, I think that's it. And then we're going to try to reattach everything and zip tie it all back together the way it was. Alright, so we got everything swapped back over. It's relatively easy. These grommets and stuff just pop right back out, and then you slide them back in. You got your metal certs on the top ones. The bottom ones don't. They have the little washer things that come off with the bolts. Your clip just slides and places back on, and then I think this was a T10. Just screws out. This little piece comes off for your headlights and it goes back together. These grommets, I have noticed, I don't know what's up with these grommets. They are fine to swap back out. I think I've got like 1,600 miles on this. Bought it in July of 19. It is a 2019, but the grommets seem to got some dry rotting. Anyways, we're gonna try and weasel this thing back on and see how quick we can get it done. Alright, so we got the fan all bolted back on, all 4 bolts. Everything's good. I got our lines and stuff zip tied back on, ran our wiring harness. I'm not going to put the clips on yet until I go to put the headlights on to make sure I have them routed right. Now, real quick, I wanted to say that this is very important. This bolt, with I guess this metal washer grommet, needs to go in first. Before this one, and before the one on the driver's side. Reason being, I was saying in the part of the video of the the winch itself's in the way. So with it propped up like this, just go ahead and slide her on in there real quick. Let me see if I can do this one-handed. See how the bolt's sticking out a little bit? Push this back. There is a metal grommet on the bottom portions that you will need to also put back on if they fall out. So here is this. Slide back in. There you go. Voila. Bam. If you do the other 3 bolts without doing that one, it's not going to be a whole lot of fun. Well, I'm going to button this up. GoPro battery is dying, and it is time for me to go to work on a Sunday on Labor Day weekend. Gotta keep the dream alive.